Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Democratic Newsroom. We come to you from the beautiful Gumbar Cafe overlooking the magnificent Jama Masjid in Old Delhi. It was built in 1656 by Shah Jahan. I'm sure you read all about it in your history books. But now we stand here on a different kind of battle just a few days before Delhi goes to the polls. That's right. On the 5th of this month is polling day. On the 8th is results. So this is the final stretch. The campaign is about to come to an end. On Democratic Newsroom today, I'm joined once again by our political team that's been out and about here in Old Delhi and in other parts of the city. Preeti Chaudhary, Amit Bhardwaj, Aishwarya Paliwal, Mausami Singh, and my friend here from Mumbai, our Mumbai chief Sahil Joshi, who's been here for special coverage in his own right. So let's kick it right off here on Democratic Newsroom. I'll start with Preeti. Our branding for budget this time has been relief, rebate, and Rajniti. And the last part of it has much to do with what's happening in Delhi right now. What's your sense?
You know, you are right, because I think there is one particular class which is rarely ever discussed in politics in a state.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about the peasantry, we talk about the lower income groups, but the middle class is rarely ever discussed.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I'll just quote some of the data, CSDS data, but because the bracket is from 4 lakhs to 30 lakhs, where they've defined the middle class, it's about 66% in Delhi. And
big middle class.
Big middle class, a big chunk of the middle class. Let me give you another figure. Where you go back, and I'll tell you why I'm saying it. When you go back, hark back to 2020 elections, about 53% of the middle class had voted for Arvind Kejriwal. Now, the middle class is, if you look at political stereotypes, is a dyed-in-wool BJP voter.
Yeah.
Now, when you're giving the kind of tax breaks that you have, this is the first time that the Modi government has rolled out the kind of tax breaks that they have given. Now, what happens to that middle class? Because a huge chunk of that is about the 6 to 8% a floating vote, which votes the Prime Minister in Lok Sabha, but votes Arvind Kejriwal when it comes down to a state election. And I think that is what will be keenly watched. Will the new tax slabs propel that floating vote to make the Bharatiya Janata Party from about 38.3% in the last election jump to about 44-45%, because that's a huge jump in seats as well? Or it remains to be seen.
Yeah.
You know, Shiva, I'm going to leave it at that.
Amit, you cover the Aam Aadmi Party. How are they seeing this? You know, the last phase of campaigning is necessarily more intense. Every budget is an opportunity, you know, to play some Rajniti. We've seen lots of Bihar in this, and obviously implications for Delhi as well. How is Team Kejriwal taking the budget? What did they see?
Shiv, I think there's a Chinese phrase, something on the lines that think before what you wish for. Arvind Kejriwal...
Careful what you wish for.
Careful what you wish for. Arvind Kejriwal wished that the budget should accommodate the middle class and it should be Aam Aadmi ka budget, and the Modi government should give tax rebate to the middle class. And that's what the government has done. You know, a dhamaka that we were talking about on 1st of Feb, that dhamaka has happened. And what do you do now? Because Preeti was rightly pointing out at the fact that 6 to 7% of the floating vote decides as to who is going to have a government in the national capital. And the past experiences, 15 and 20, suggest that not only a government, but a brute majority government. So will this swing voters stick with the BJP? Because, you know, I would... I'll give you a very quick anecdote. I was in Mehrauli back in Lok Sabha election when Arvind Kejriwal has just stepped out of jail and he was doing his road show out there. There's a lady who stepped out just to watch Arvind Kejriwal, who has just stepped out of Tihar jail. She was saying, I know this person has been wronged. It's a political vendetta, but I'm going to vote for the BJP because in Lok Sabha election, I want Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I vote for PM Modi. But when it will be his turn, Arvind Kejriwal's turn, I'll be voting for Aam Aadmi Party to ensure that Aam Aadmi Party comes to the power. Now, the question is whether voters like her will get so overwhelmed by this income tax rebate, or whether that income
calculator... Are they going to be floating, or are they going to choose this
budget calculator of 18,000, 20,000, 25,000 rupees savings that Arvind Kejriwal is making every family count? Will that leave an impression on the voters?
Because money in your pocket is a factor in any election, and a budget provides that momentum as well. It remains to be seen, and officially correct. It's not even as a promise.